All right.
All right, let's get going on the wheel and get set up for the wheel. You're going to need 4 things. Probably an apron, most of you. They're located on the back of the wall. Another easy thing to get is a water container. Make sure it's good and full, and I like warm water. You can also, you'll need to get a set of tools, which have 8 tools in them. I'll talk about that in a minute. And you would check these out from me, and it depends on what your wheel number is, so I'll come back to that. And then last but not least, you'll need some clay. And clay, we'll talk about as well, is something that you get. You should use brand new clay. Yay, your opportunity to use brand new clay. And you can find that in bags at the back of the room under the wedging table, or if there's nothing there, you'll come and ask me and we'll get a new bag from the back. Okay. All right, so you'll need those 4 things. As far as clay is concerned, the bags look like this. I think you've probably seen them before, unless I've been hiding them from you. What you'll do is you're going to make a cut 2 to 3 inches down here. You don't want to cut it off in slices like this and then fold it over because that adds air bubbles. So what you'll do is you wind up here, and you'll just come down here and just cut straight through. And then if you cut in the middle here, so you'll do hamburger and hot dog for your cuts, it'll give you 4 nice pieces of clay. Now these are going to be about 1 pound of clay, which is good for somebody with small to average sized hands, right? If we were to measure it on this, I think you'll see it's about 1 pound. When you're a professional potter someday, then you'll measure out everything. And so I think this is actually a little bit above 1 pound here. Some people are going to want to work with a little bit more clay. So if you want to, just adjust where you cut, and you'll see this is about 2 pounds of clay. So for folks with really big hands, you might want to get a little bit more. And you'll probably know the second day that you're on the wheel. Once you get your clay cut, you're going to want to wedge it. You don't have to wedge it as much because it should be, most of the air should be out of this, but you do want to get it moving a little bit, right? And you want to get it into that nice rounded form. So you can watch the wedging video if there is one to remember how to do this. But really, if you just take it, if it's nice and soft, you can go in a wedge and get your ram's head like this and then pound it into a ball. If it's harder, then you're going to want to come to that very first step of wedging where you just get it moving around. You just want to make sure, again, that you don't flatten it into that pancake because you don't want to fold it over itself. So you'll have your 2 pieces of nice wedge clay as such, all right? And then you're going to want to make sure that you have your correct tools. So as I mentioned before, there are 8 tools. 1 we've already been using, and sometimes, oops, let's go through that. These toward the end of the semester.
Could the custodian please open the dance room? Could the custodian please open the dance room?
Toward the end of the semester, these are missing. So if you're missing one of these, or if you're missing any tools, you'll tell me at the beginning of class, okay? And not the end. Because what I'll do with tools is I'll check them out at the beginning, and we'll make sure that all 8 are there. You'll tell me if something's missing, and then at the end, if anything's missing, then I'll have you go look back in the wheel area. So you have 1, wire cutters, 2, a sponge, 3, a needle tool, 4, a rib. The 5th will be a wooden knife of some sort. These, and then you'll have 2 trimmers, and these are the 2 that are the same, but usually it's a small and a larger one. So, and last but not least, I don't know, I've heard this referred to as a turning tool. We've called it the long scraper, but it's the one that makes the wheel set, obviously a wheel set because they're sticking out. Right? So again, 4 things: apron, tools, water, and clay. Is that awful?